You missed us? Because we're back.
Oh, yeah.
Culture Discourse Podcast coming to your ears. Lovely voice you are hearing. It's your boy, Ben Brizzy Felix.
And on the other side of the table is Lindell Chase. What's up, guys?
It's been a minute since we've dropped an episode.
It has been a few minutes, man.
So actually, last episode we recorded was, I think, the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And the funny part
it was like
is
2 or 3 days before.
I forgot to post that episode. So
well,
when
y'all
are
gonna get a
you
twofer.
you guys are gonna get a twofer.
Holiday edition.
Holiday. It's gonna be so outdated,
Yes.
but it's still great. You know.
We
You can listen to
slander.
it.
We slander your favorite Thanksgiving foods. I know
Yep,
that for a
yep.
fact.
It-
so get ready.
It ages. You can just be
Oh yeah, it's
getting
fresh.
ready for the next year's Thanksgiving. You know.
It is fresh, man.
It's gonna work out perfect, sweet. But nah, we wanted to do this last episode of 2018, recapping the year because 2018 has been quite the year. Needless to say,
Right.
2018 is definitely gonna go down in the books. I don't know if for good reasons, bad ones, but 2018 is definitely a memorable one for however you may feel about it. But yeah, what's your thoughts?
Bro, I've been sitting here really kind of scanning through the first 3-4 months of the year because the summer was packed. As a matter of fact, we had a chance to talk a lot about the summer on here. But bro, and we'll get to this in a second because there's a lot, especially now that we're gonna get to see this movie and its actors and actresses get appreciated. But just to think that Black Panther came out this year, like in February, that's just nuts.
Yeah.
So there's a lot, and even still now, I'm scanning January right now just to see whether
Oh,
it be
it's a
politics.
lot.
It's not like
We're gonna get
it's
to
nuts.
like maybe a third of
Yeah,
it, but
it's crazy.
we can just go ahead and jump into it because we got a lot to get to.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'll start off with the entertainment stuff. Well, most of it's
Hey.
entertainment, but
Yeah.
we'll start off with top albums of the
Mhm.
year, our favorite music.
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and kick it off. So the past couple of days I've been spending kind of listening through some of those albums that dropped this year.
Yeah.
And because there was so much projects that dropped, and especially during that June, July, August period, there was just
Oh yeah.
each week. There was that period. It was one day in I think either June or July where Mac Miller, Travis Scott, and someone else dropped an album the same day or whatever. So there was a lot of projects that came out. So I'm gonna throw out all my top albums that I had, and then I might do a top three. Not sure yet. Still trying to figure it out. I'll do a top three, but I'll go ahead and name all of them first, and then I'll kind of put them in a top three.
Okay.
So,
All right.
for my top albums, I got J. Cole's K.O.D., Lil Wayne's Carter 5, J. Rock's Redemption, Drake's Scorpion, Mac Miller's Swimming, Travis Scott's Astro World, YG Stay Dangerous, and then Georgia Smith's Lost and Found.
Oh, Georgia Smith.
I love it.
That was a
I
that
love
one's a good
me
one.
some Georgia
That was a
Smith.
really good one.
And then I have honorable mentions also for Daytona, Pusha T.
That's on my list.
I love that project, but I refuse to call it an album because it's only got 7 songs.
Yeah.
It's just it's like if I'm doing a 25-minute drive or something, and I'm almost done with your album. Like if I'm going from one destination to another and it's not longer than 30 minutes and the album's almost done, that's not an album to me. And that's like the issue I've been having because it's a great project. Like all 7 songs on it are phenomenal, and I think it's like the reason it doesn't have 3 more tracks because of Kanye, and we'll get into that guy some point.
He may or may not be on my list twice this year.
But so that's an honorable mention. Another one is Everything Is Love, the Beyonce and Jay-Z collab album.
Yep.
That was a good album. I listened back on
Mhm.
it. I'm just not a huge Jay-Z guy, so
Yeah.
like for me, if it was just a Beyonce album, it would have been phenomenal. Jay-Z, I'm just kind of like, "Hi, bro, you ain't ish.
Yeah.
You ain't shit." I don't know. proud member of the Beehive. And then my
For
last
real.
honorable mention for albums is the Black Panther album. That album was dope. That album was so dope.
Ooh.
That album was so dope. Loved it. So
Yes.
I'll go ahead and rank mine. So I'll start. This is gonna be tough. I'm gonna do. Man, let's see. I'm gonna do top four. Top four albums. I might do five. I'll do five. I listened back on Astroworld, and I like that a lot. So I'm gonna throw Astroworld at number 5.
Okay.
Number
like that.
4, I'm gonna put Scorpion, Drake.
Mhm. Yep.
Number 3, I'm gonna put K.O.D.,
Yeah.
J. Cole. Number 2, I'm gonna put Georgia Smith, Lost and Found. I love that album. I just
Yeah.
love her voice.
Oh yeah.
It's such a soothing voice, and just like it's a great album.
Oh yeah. She for real kills it.
Yeah, she can sing. I saw her before. I kind of knew who she was, but I think I saw Bruno Mars earlier this year or towards the latter of end of last year, and she was opening up for him, and like she's the real deal. Like,
Oh, yeah.
she sounds
Oh, she's not a joke.
the same way on album as live, so she's
Mhm.
really good. So that's my number 2 album, and then my number 1 album, and this is solely because I'm a stan for this dude, is Lil Wayne's Carter 5.
Yep.
And like
Yeah.
you can break down quality of album and stuff, but for me it was just like finally having a project from Lil Wayne that's from the front to back, that's just great music, that's just straight 08, 09 Lil Wayne just going in, bringing out all sorts of metaphors, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
like his wordplay
Yeah.
is to me one of the best. And like I grew up loving rap through Lil Wayne, rap hip hop through Lil Wayne, and so just having this album and going into it with low expectation, just wanting it to be decent, and like I was blown away with it, and it's I love it. I love the album. So
Yeah, and we got to
That's-
talk about, especially not just his wordplay and lyricism, but also the coolness of. You could tell certain songs were recorded like years ago.
yeah,
Like
you
they
can
just
kind
did.
of map it. Yeah.
So and it was cool to kind of see and hear that over the course of the album. So
Yeah.
no, I that was one of the ones that like I was thinking about, and it was tough too because like at first I had 5 for hip hop,
Uh-huh.
and that's your number 1 for right now, right?
Yeah.
So I had a list for hip hop, and then I realized, oh shoot, there was a handful of stuff that came out that wasn't rap or hip hop,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden the construction of my list became really difficult. I had in no particular order, I had the Carter 5, K.O.D., Daytona, Scorpion, and Astroworld
yeah,
in the 5. Those are again like that whole stretch of summer, early to late summer, where all of those came out was bananas. Like that junk was nuts. But then I added one that actually just came out recently that I've been listening to a ton. Mumford and Sons' new album.
Delta? That's
Yes,
a really good
that album is
That
album is
That's on the
fantastic.
honorable mention. It just, since it came out so recent, I haven't had a chance to listen to it as much as I like, but it's a great album.
I've had to dial down.
That is yeah. I'm gonna throw that in there in the honorable mentions
I've
because it's
had
a great
to-
album. Not
I've
even
had to-
honor. That's in the top albums.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
it's a really good album.
man. I had to dial down because I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna get tired of this too fast. Like I gotta stop. But that one's good, and I haven't really had an opportunity to look outside of hip hop. That one's good. Florence and the Machines came out with an album this year that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And I actually discovered a new artist, bro. And you might be able to help me out with this. It's an artist called I'm pretty sure it's Nao.
Nao.
Yeah, so it's a female artist,
No name, you mean?
and it's literally Nao is
Nao.
is on it.
Huh.
And
I have not
you
heard
you
of
would
her.
enjoy it. Something that she came out with an album 2016, and in early, I think February of this year, pretty cool stuff. Kind of like hip hop, electronica, R&B. Like it's a real cool blend of a few different genres that I've had the opportunity to appreciate, and I've been loving it. But those are my big ones. Like you talk about eight albums that I've probably listened to consistently over the back half of the year. Those would be it. Those would be it for sure. But yeah, you talk about Delta, especially outside the hip hop genre. Delta was one again late in the year release. Kind of caught me off guard because I hadn't been paying attention to what Mumford and Sons were doing. They had been kind of been doing individual releases, and I knew they had some singles, so I knew it was coming out soon. Album dropped. I listened to it. I was like, oh shoot, okay,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
I'm looking at. I want to try to go. They're gonna be here in March
March, right?
27th.
I want to go,
I'm
especially
trying
now.
to-
Especially now.
Yeah, this is
Oh
this
man.
is prime like,
Yeah.
and this is actually the prime time because it was a couple of years ago before they took their hiatus. All their shows were trash and stuff because people said like they were coming out there just hammered. Drunk, just
They were
gone,
done.
and like the
They
shows
needed
were
to take a break.
yeah, and so this is like. Especially because this is the second album after the hiatus. The first one was what that
Wilder Minds.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Which got mixed reviews because
yeah.
people wanted more.
It was
um,
very electric and people
Yeah.
like weren't used to that yet and stuff.
Shout
but
out to my man Trevor.
No, Delta is a phenomenal album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
glad
gonna especially with this one, they're gonna struggle to put a set list together.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that because like when a band gets to a place, because it's their fourth one.
yeah.
When a band gets to a place where they gotta like leave out good songs, you've reached a good place.
Oh, this set list is about to be
yeah.
absurdly hard.
Yeah.
Like,
It was hard enough after their second album came out, especially if like you were into that particular brand of folk. That was tough.
I just want to hear the one song they did with the guys from South Africa.
Yes.
That is like become one of my favorites, and it's just, and that one's hard to do unless you have the whole, because every part of it.
So are they
sucks.
touring with them still? Because I know when they went, they were.
Yeah.
When they went there, they were.
Yeah.
I
doubt they
I would
are.
want that so bad.
That would be amazing, but I doubt it.
The two big ones too, Wona, but a live version of There Will Be Time would be
Oh my
insane. I just pass out, bro.
Yeah, no, I would. That song, that is one of my favorite songs all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That live version they released
Oh
a couple
my
years
gosh,
back.
that video gives me goosebumps.
The video is better than the
everybody
recording.
on stage.
Yes.
Like the live concert recording of it is one of the best
it's really
live
good.
performances
It's so
I've seen. It's just
amazing.
goosebumps. It's
But that's
so
another
good.
one that unless they pull that whole collection of people out of their hat.
Yeah, you
we're-
can't have
there's
you can't
no
half-ass it.
way.
You can't half-ass
Yeah,
it.
you can't.
Mhm.
So no, man, that's a good reminder of a great song.
Yeah.
But yeah, they especially if you were about that brand, the first two albums, Sigh No More and Babel.
Yeah.
If you were about that brand of folk,
Oh, dude.
it was already hard enough to put together a set list.
Yeah.
And then again, mixed emotions with people, mixed reviews with Wilder Minds, but it definitely grew on me.
No,
You throw this in?
This album, like,
You throw this in, man. Oh man, they got a
this
they got a
album
good
has
collection
what,
of
like
stuff.
15 songs on
Yeah.
it, and they're all good.
Yeah,
They're
like
all good.
I haven't like when I first listened to it, I remember going from the intro track all the way down to Delta.
I think "Woman" is the track name. Might be my favorite. I think it's "Woman."
Woman is so great. Like the lyrics of that song are amazing.
Oh yeah. No, like it's so good.
My favorite one though, and I've been trying to like, okay, bro, you got to stop listening to this song. Is the title track? It's the last one.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Delta.
Yes.
That song's incredible.
That song's so good.
I like.
Delta, Wild at
Oh, my
Heart.
gosh.
Wild Heart.
Yep.
Wild Heart is really good.
I mean, Guiding Light. What's
Woman.
funny is Guiding Light came out as a single, and I was like, okay, this is pretty solid.
yeah.
And it's not even a top 5. I don't even think it's a top 5 song
No.
on that
So
album.
the
and it's
closing
still
of the
good.
album between Wild Heart, Forever, and Delta is
Yes.
so good. Just
A1.
absurd.
A1.
Absurd. I'm gonna throw that album there in my number 6
Yeah.
because like it just recently came out, so I
Mhm.
haven't gotten to listen
It
to it
snuck
as
in there.
much. Yeah,
It's
but
because I'm pretty sure it was November. Came out like November,
Yeah,
and I was
it
like,
just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
but
we'll
that's
go
been a
ahead.
big one.
Yeah, we'll go ahead move on to movies and
Oh my god.
so my top movies. I'll do the same thing again. Just give you the top and then kind of
Yeah.
rank them. So, Black Klansman,
Mm.
obviously. Infinity Wars, Black Panther, Blind Spotting, Ready Player One, Bohemian Rhapsody. That's kind of my list. And then ranking them, this is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But I just recently saw Blind Spotting, but I
I-
liked it so much.
Bro.
I love it's just
I I'm so mad at myself for not watching that movie. I still have not seen that movie.
Dude,
That's a must watch. I already know it is.
Our friend Jake, like, he texted me one. He was like, "Dude,
He did.
you should watch this."
He probably texted me the same day.
Yeah.
Was like, "Bro, you have to."
Yeah, he's like, "You
cannot."
love this a lot." And a couple days later, I watched it, and it's so good. It's phenomenal. I love it. One, because like going off the trailer and stuff, you expect it to be one thing, and like it's something completely different. And it's so great because it's like trailers nowadays. It's hard to get a trailer not to just give out the whole damn movie,
Right.
and stuff like that. But like what they deal with, and it's a lot of stuff involving race and stuff like that. But I think they come at it from an interesting point where, you know, like, and we'll get into it a little later and stuff. But like a lot of the movies that came out today was just a lot of. I was listening to another podcast or something, but someone was saying it's just like there. If you look through it, there's a lot of movies where it's just like black man in a car gets shot, or like black man gets shot by a cop, like just the running basis of like, and like there's some of that.
I mean,
yeah, like
the Hate U Give was kind of like
exactly,
one of those
exactly
timing
and so,
movies too.
And that's just what one of those, like when you look at it, it's like a deeper, like just disturbing, like underlining stuff going on there, where like Hollywood's like, oh, we can monetize this, you know, this will get people, and like you could get into that more and stuff. But what I appreciated about Blind Spotting is they just like they look at it from a cool different perspective, and they tell a story in a cool different way, and it's very entertaining. It's so funny. It is so funny, and like it doesn't drag. Like the movie's only like an hour and 30 minutes, which is ridiculous in this day.
Really?
Yeah, legit. It's like an hour and 36 minutes. It's a short movie, quick. And that's probably because like it was in the movie low budget and stuff, but like it doesn't feel like anything like that. But it's so good. It's really good. So that I'm probably gonna put that at my number 3. Number 2 for me, I'm going to put Black Panther. I'll do top 5. So, top 5, I'm going to go Bohemian Rhapsody at number 5. Ready Player One at number 4. Damn it.
I know. I
it.
just looked at a list of
Okay.
2018 movies, and I'm scribbling over here, like adding to
Okay,
what
okay.
I already had.
Bohemian Rhapsody, number 5. Infinity Wars, number 4. Number 3 is Blind Spotting. Number 2 is Black Panther. And number 1 is Black Klansman. You can go back and listen to our episode we did on Black Klansman after you watch it, if you haven't already. It's the best movie of this year. It should win the Oscar for Best Movie of the Year. It won't, just because.
No.
It won't.
In my opinion, I'm going to try to attempt this sentence in the most unbiased way possible, but it should be the most awarded movie since Return of the King.
Yes.
If you remember, Return of the King pulled 11. 11.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens, and I do think it will be very highly awarded, but it should. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I'm curious to see what happens. Real curious to see what happens.
Yeah. So that's kind of my list. Number 5, we got Bohemian. Number 4, Infinity Wars. Number 3, Black Panther. No, number 3, Blind Spotting. Number 2, Black Panther. Number 1, Black Klansman.
Okay. All right. For me, first one is 50 Shades Freed. I'm just kidding.
God, that came out this year.
No, right? I just saw it and I was like, oh yeah.
Aren't they on the like 4th or 5th one? I lose track. 50
bro.
Shades of just
we
running out of colors.
Bro, y'all right.
50 Shades of white.
How many shades of
through
freedom
the whole
are
spectrum.
there?
Yeah.
How
50
many
Shades of Freedom?
What?
50 Shades of Peace?
What?
50 Shades of
Somebody
Rosemary?
you.
They're going to start just coming up with random stuff.
Oh, man. This is a tough one. Especially the more I look at the earlier part of the year and like summer and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've got 6.
All right.
I've got 6. And I got to be honest, I can't narrow it to 5 because I'd have to bump one of these out. Well, if I had to bump, I'll tell you which one I would bump up if I had to. But it was just so unexpectedly good that it's definitely gonna stay. So in no particular order. Fallout. This is Mission Impossible Fallout, which is really good.
I heard that was really good. I didn't get to see it
that
yet.
one
I gotta
was.
see that one.
It's crazy for them to be on like 5 or 6, and for them to still be this good, or really, in my opinion, getting better. But yeah, Mission Impossible was a unexpected one for me to be as good as it was. I've got Incredibles 2 on that list. It was crazy. It's like technically there's 3 superhero movies on here.
Yeah.
Incredibles 2, Black Panther, Infinity War, and then I got Black Klansman, and then Creed is also on there.
Damn.
No, because Creed's the recent one. So Creed's on my list. So I'm looking at this.
Honorable mentions real quick. Incredibles 2. I'm mad because I had written that down.
Yeah.
I wanted Incredibles.
Oh my god.
I just want to take a second to say how long has it been since the first one dropped? Was it like 12 years?
I want to say it's 2004, 2005.
So 14 years, 13, 14 years since the first one dropped. People have been asking for the second one for that long. They finally do it, and it lives up to the standard. You know how hard that is? And that was an experience in itself because you went into the theater. It wasn't nobody under 15 years old or anything. Like, you had a couple, but
the vast majority were adults.
Yeah. It's vast majority were between 20 and 30 years. It was, man,
you're exactly right.
It was dope. It was dope. So, Incredibles is definitely there. Probably like 6 or 7. And then Creed. Creed is definitely number 6 on the list.
Yeah.
Creed is just recency bias. Like, I can't throw it up in there and stuff. But, Creed 2 is so good.
No, it's solid.
Yeah.
It's solid. Especially after having some time to, process it. I remember even texting you after, because what was crazy about the Thanksgiving episode that we recorded,
you hadn't watched it.
I hadn't seen it at the time. You had seen it at the time. I had not watched it.
Yeah.
So I remember texting you. I was like, bruh, this movie. And then
better than the first.
And especially, I'm telling you, I'm not sure, in a good way, like good chills. I cannot remember a movie where I got chills like when he walks out to her singing, Bianca sings her walk out.
Twice. So the first time he walked out to Jaden Smith's Icon.
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
First of all, I love Jaden Smith. He dropped some dope music.
Yes.
Y'all need to stop sleeping on Jaden Smith.
Plus the vocals in the background make it so high.
The album Sire was dope.
Living.
Yeah.
Oh
and so once that song dropped, I was just like,
ooh. Yeah.
The song goes perfectly with the scene, and he's just walking out, hyped for that first. You don't even know what's going on because it's just him walking. This is just the beginning of the movie, first fight. You get hyped to it, and then that's in itself is hard to follow up.
And he's fighting Ward.
Yeah,
that's the cool thing too. If you know anything about boxing, he's one of the best pound for pound fighters ever, who ends up being a significant actor in the first and second movie.
Yes,
because if y'all remember, he got knocked out on YouTube by that fighter.
Oh yeah, and that's what led to.
Yeah, when he was trying to get his shot for the whole thing.
Yeah, I forgot why they had been fighting.
And then that fight was not only for the belt, but it was actually to get his car back. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that
and then
whole
the second one just gets black, and you see this light going, shoots around, spotlight lands on her, the beat drops. Good Lord, I died. I was just like.
Yo, literally
can we get this
out
in real
loud,
life?
I put my hand on my seat.
You do this with real fights, bro. I pay. I will pay. They might. I don't know, but
most cats come out with just the most bummy songs.
Yeah.
And then they walk stupid fast.
Stupid fast.
What? I
bro,
get
nothing's
it.
better. Nothing's best though. The best walk up ever though is Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
With that. I don't know. Yeah. And she's booking it, and everyone else is trying to keep up with her.
Yes.
I can't even lie. That's one of my favorites.
And looking stupid mean.
God, she's about to rip somebody's heart out.
If she could rip the cage open, she would.
I'm upset how her legacy ended.
Oh, it fell off so fast, bro.
Was that this year that fell off or last year?
It was,
okay, she's been.
And I'll still defend her to this day, bro. I don't care. Because any person can get knocked out once and then it'd be over.
Yeah. For her to, I give her.
The big thing with her is that people wanted her to lose so bad that I feel like it seemed worse than it actually was.
Yeah.
Where cats get knocked out all the time. Look at Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva broke his leg. We didn't see him again.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
happens.
Nah. So Creed 2, phenomenal. Yeah, but seriously, that walk, ooh,
Oh my god,
such a good movie. So good.
man. But yeah, like I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Black Klansman is number one.
All right.
And the reason why I do that is because that's the only one I know is in the spot that it is for me.
Yeah.
The rest of them, again, Infinity War. Not only was that movie, if you're a superhero fan, or even if you're not only was that movie significant for you because literally the first time we saw Thanos,
It's the encompass of everything that we've watched the past 8-9
we
years.
literally saw Thanos for the first time 10 years ago at the end of the first Avenger. So like if you think about
Oh dang.
just how long ago, like how long we've been waiting for
That's wild.
that fight. This is like the thing. So Infinity War is a big deal. Again, we can talk about the superhero and outside superhero significance of Black Panther. Big deal. Incredibles 2, 14-year wait, and you can make the argument it's better than the original.
Yeah.
Creed 2, same thing. Minus the wait. The surprise movie for me was definitely Mission Impossible Fallout. If you haven't seen it, it's already out. You will be surprised at how much you'll enjoy that movie.
That's one I remember hearing a lot about, and I just kind of like forgot all about it.
Well, because everybody was like, "Oh, we just went and saw it," and then we were expecting to be entertained, and we were. It just ended up being better than we thought it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me. And it is tough. I'm again scrolling through this list. I'm going, gosh dang. And then there's the movies I haven't seen. So Trainspotting is one of them.
Yeah.
A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place.
Never.
That's one on
I
my
never
list.
saw it.
I have it downloaded, and like I just haven't gotten around to watch it. Not
Yeah.
illegally.
Right.
But you know. But
Yeah,
no,
I
I haven't
haven't
gotten
seen
around
it.
to watch it. But that was one that received a lot of like hype and stuff.
Mhm.
Honorable mention, and this is also just with recency bias, but Widows is a phenomenal movie.
That's on the
Widows would be
that'd be
right
added to
there,
the
probably
list
on number 6
of movies I know is good that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah,
Your
no,
boy-
Widows is so good. It's so many people in it, and it's entertaining. It's so entertaining. I saw that. Yeah, that one recently came out. So that one, like, a lot of people probably still haven't seen it and stuff, but it's a great movie. So entertaining. I love me a good heist movie.
One movie I've heard, and this will probably be a late entry. Too late for the pod. I haven't seen it. All I've heard is that it's incredible for multiple reasons. Is this Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie?
Yep.
I've heard it's just fantastic.
It got 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
It-
and it maintained 100 after it came
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Like, and
which is hard to
I'm gonna
do.
try to go see that next week.
Yeah,
That's
I was
been a
trying to
big
see
deal.
it this Tuesday, but I had something going on. But I'm definitely gonna try to go see it next week. It's dope. So we're gonna move on with top moments of 2018, and from here on, it's gonna take forever. It's gonna be a while because there's a lot of stuff that happened. But some of the top moments that kind of I just highlighted on mine is Wakanda Forever. Just
Yeah.
that whole Black Panther
The
coming
whole
out,
subculture that came from
the
that movie is just
subculture and
nuts.
everything. That was so cool because for the longest time, and it's still like in a way is happening now, but just in a different format. For the longest time, I just had an issue with the fact that like the only time Black people were getting recognized for movies or acting or anything like that is when it's a slave movie, when it's 12
Mhm.
Years a Slave.
Or it's a
some,
comedy.
Yeah, or a comedy, yeah.
But even then, those movies don't even really get
They don't get like
recognized
recognition.
officially.
Yeah, they don't get awards recognition.
Right.
The only ones that get award recognition is just slave movies about like
yeah, period. Yeah, we
period
talk
pieces.
yeah.
And like
Mhm.
to me, and so many people, I'd just be like, oh, 12 Years a Slave is great, whatever. It's like, yeah, that's cool and great and stuff, but it's like, bro,
we do other stuff.
yeah, like, bro, like, I don't need another slave movie to tell me like slavery happened and shit was bad. It's like, bro,
Right.
like, all right, like, the issue is this is all we're getting recognized for and stuff, and so if we're just gonna keep relying on this period piece and stuff, it's just like, hey, they do all these other stuff, they get recognized for all this other stuff, but we're narrowing ourselves to this, and that limits creativity. So everyone's just gonna try to go the easy route. Well, let's look up, try to find some slave story and try to tell it. and try to get those awards and stuff. And like that just limits creativity.
Oh yeah.
Limits like just limits limits creativity, and it's annoying. And
Yeah.
you saw some of that this year with and I this year it's weird with this year because I think it just kind of happened, and I think it was needed with like what's going on with our country and like the president and stuff. But a lot of those movies that, like I said, mentioned earlier, a lot of movies that came out with like black people getting killed, shot by the police, and that's just kind of reflective of the culture of what's going on now. And so I think that's what's the cool thing about Black Panther was. Black Panther was just a movement in itself where it's just like, yo, you got a superhero movie
Yeah.
that really had nothing to do filled with like majority cast black people, a phenomenal cast, phenomenal movie put together, the way it's composed from front to back.
We gotta.
The premise of it wasn't somebody's a slave, somebody's freaking got shot by a cop, nothing like
that. And the movie that had the balls to literally call a white dude colonizer. Like,
Yep.
like that's one of those things too, that's underrated. Letitia Wright literally calls Martin Freeman's character a colonizer at one point.
Yeah.
But all of those, every point that you just made is just a big deal. I heard somebody actually relate the two genres of movies, and I was like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I was like, that is actually a really sharp observation in that. For the longest time, African Americans, when it came to movies, the reason why it was you were generally relegated to comedies was because the other end of the spectrum was generally a really depressing period piece, so that you really only had two options. It's like, okay, we're gonna either make a comedy or a borderline. No disrespect to Gabrielle Union, a borderline made-for-TV movie. Right, about somebody cheating and getting back at it or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted like really high quality, it was going to be a period piece, and racism was going to be at some point part of the movie.
Yeah.
But the person like kind of connected to it and says the reason why, one of the reasons he thinks why this kind of connected was because if it wasn't a comedy, it had to be like the exact opposite. So interesting stuff. Black Panther, man.
Yeah.
Incredible cast.
So that whole movement was cool, and yeah, I think I definitely want to, because I want to tie some stuff in from Blind Spotting, but you haven't seen it yet. But even if it's like however long later, whenever you do see it, I want to do a review on it because there's so much in that movie to unpack, and some of it I want to talk about. But the cool thing with just the whole Wakanda stuff is like for the first time, like black kids had a black superhero to look up to, and there was like white kids that were like, yo, a bunch of white kids went out here dressed as Black Panther and stuff like that, and it was just cool. Like that was dope. That was cool. So got that up there. Another top moment, Kendrick winning the Pulitzer. I mean, that's so gangster.
I know.
So gangster. The royal wedding, that was the thing. I wasn't
significant though.
It was significant. Yeah, I had
first
no
woman of color in the royal family.
Yep.
Let's ride.
We
Meghan
got
Markle.
a sister up in there.
I know. Hey, she's putting in work, low key.
I heard
she's putting in work.
She's
putting in work.
And then Gambino's "This Is America." That's definitely.
I'm glad you included that as a moment.
Yeah,
because it really was.
It was.
Talk about a moment of silence.
Yeah, because you put it apart. Like the song itself, it's a good song. It's not a great song. If you listen to the song by itself, like it really doesn't.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a cool song, but like, and it was just the way he did it. He perfectly dropped it. Because I think he was on Saturday Night Live and then he dropped it either that day or that night. And yeah, the video. I mean.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was very much a moment.
Yeah, that video.
It felt like there was a moment of silence. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was eerie almost for a video to come out and people kind of be like,
ooh.
And especially when in the moments leading up to, for those who didn't know what he was talking about, knowing what he was talking about, and people were just like,
Yeah.
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 No, that's a great
Yeah.
addition to that list.
No, that was good. The other moment is Kaepernick with the Nike and the whole believing
Oh my gosh,
something. That was cool, and that Nike in itself really main one, and because like what this was the week the NFL was kicking off, and Nike announced that they re-signed Kaepernick, and then they kind of just dropped that video and they aired it on that Thursday night, the first game of the season, which is like the big like just big like yo. I don't even know this because it just the biggest significance of it is the fact that Nike and NFL just recently got into a partnership, and they're
Right.
in this partnership for at least another 5 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the NFL was kind of tied because it was just like, oh, you just partnered up with this dude that we've essentially been blackballing. We're partnered
Yeah.
with you,
Yeah.
and we can't do we can't retaliate in any way because like we'd have to pay you a hell of a lot of money to
Right.
get rid of response. And like you're not about to drop Nike. Like I don't give a dang who you are. You're not gonna drop Nike.
Yeah.
You're not dropping Nike.
It's not happening. It's not
Yeah.
happening. Oh, very brief side thing to that, because as you know, Eric Reed has a case against the NFL.
Yeah.
Did you hear? And this includes the one that you take once you
Yes,
to
his
get on the
seventh
team.
drug. Yes,
7 drug
It's
tests in
stupid.
11 weeks.
it's stupid. Like someone comes to me and tries to say the NFL ain't blackballing anybody, I'm gonna punch you in the face
I know.
because you don't know what you're talking about. I will do the time, but I'm gonna punch you in the face because you do not
somebody,
know what you're talking
somebody
about.
broke it down. Apparently, it's supposed to be random selection, and somebody was saying that there's literally a 0.16%
Yeah,
chance
it's
that you would get
ridiculous.
selected 6 times
Yeah,
over the course of a 10-week period. And I was like,
7 now. It's like 0.04
yeah,
something.
yeah, it nuts, bananas. So yeah, if you're in the camp where it's not a thing now, look, we're no longer in the realm of is it or is it not. We're past that.
Yeah,
We're past it.
yeah.
And if you don't want to use the term blackballing, there's definitely been some discrimination. I know people generally use that term.
The
in
NFL's
regards to
racist.
race, but
The NFL's racist.
some
We
type
gonna
of
leave it at that.
discrimination is definitively going on, and you can't really argue at this point. So
Why you think the NFL ain't got no black owners?
yeah, there's
I
a
mean,
reason.
a lot of sports leagues don't. Well, like the NBA got Michael Jordan, and there might be some, but like they've had many opportunities to like.
And the NFL will be
the most
last.
recent. The most recent was with the freaking Panthers. The Panthers just got sold. P. Diddy, billionaire,
Yeah,
and like a bunch of other people, black people,
yeah,
were
NFL
gonna get
wanted to
together and
avoid
try
that
to
like
buy
the
it. And it was
plague.
like, nope, nah.
nah, we're good.
Yeah, and so this is just the thing that like makes me more upset about it is when you compare the NFL and the NBA, and I see this many times. It's just like the NBA is so great at it empowering its players, embracing the culture of its players, while the NFL is just over here like tradition and just hot white garbage. Like that hurts your business in every way. Like it's not beneficial for long term.
Yeah,
The
it
NFL
only-
the
it only
NBA is
hurts your
gaining on
business.
you.
That's the only problem with the NFL, though, is the NFL has a very solid grasp on who its primary audience is,
Yeah.
and it only hurts your business so much
Yeah.
if it still caters to your primary
Yeah.
viewer base.
But the NBA is growing on them. Like
Yep.
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 And you at some point you got to start being concerned about it, and especially
Oh,
because
and bruh.
because
Woo.
look, the NBA ain't got no concussions and all these health stuff to worry about.
Nah.
You got that to fight on top of like all this stuff where people think your organization just has a lot of discrimination.
And it's little stuff,
blackballing.
too.
Yeah.
The G League,
Yeah.
them allowing cats to come in,
Yeah.
eligible cats to come in G League. 2 things, even like apparel stuff, which may seem little, but it's the kind of stuff where eventually the NBA will take over the NFL.
Letting
stuff
dudes,
with the shoes.
letting dudes wear whatever shoe they want.
And then the you see the jerseys,
Yeah.
the earned it jerseys with like every team from the that made the playoffs the previous year gets a special jersey?
Yeah.
Are you and only those 16 teams get them? Like that's dope.
That's sick.
That is
sick.
so sick. Like
Yeah.
that. It's stuff like that where you're just gonna be like,
Yeah, it keeps you like you're always waiting to see what next year. Like the city jerseys they've been doing.
right.
Like it's gonna be a different one every.
That makes them a
That's so
stupid
dope.
ton of money.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, making players feel like we have some flexibility in how we can express.
it's a limited edition
ourselves.
type of thing, so it makes people.
It's not complicated.
They're just way ahead of the NFL.
Yeah.
But next on top moments, goddamn Kanye. I mean,
yeah.
you see his recent crap going at Drake.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah. He's on Twitter.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take a moment and applaud Drake because Drake's been winning all of this, and even we went through like another top moment out there, and there's the whole Drake and Pusha beef and stuff like that. Drake essentially won that one also because he didn't respond.
And we had said that.
We said
best
like,
thing he does is just keep on moving.
Keep it moving. He pushed out he pushed his album release date a week back. And you could tell he definitely like had to change some tracks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, like he just kept it moving. He addressed the one thing he had to address, which is the blackface. And he was like, "Yo, this is for projects, stuff like that." Blah blah blah. Explained it, moved with it, bro. Month later, #1 album, like, and Drake has been running the game, and like that was not even a hiccup. That was maybe like your shoe became untied. He bent down, tied it, kept it moving.
And kept walking.
Yeah, didn't like phase him at all.
My favorite moment of the whole Kanye going at Drake thing was somebody tweeted, "This is basically Kanye going at Drake" on Twitter.
Yep, that is 100%. It is 100, and because the two people he went at was Drake and Travis Scott.
Oh, why?
If you look at 2018,
they came out with the hottest and most played song in the back half of the year.
They're the top two like hip hop artists, maybe artists in general. Sicko Mode is the song of 2018. Sicko Mode is the biggest song of 2018.
Easily,
it's got both of them on it, and so like.
And you want to know what's nuts about Sicko Mode being the top song of 2018? That we completely forgot about Nice for What?
Drake, yeah.
What was the other one?
God's Plan?
Yeah, God's Plan.
Drake had two of them.
When God's Plan came out, we said, this is the song of 2018.
Then a couple weeks later, Nice for What came out. We're like, this is the song of 2018.
Bruh,
and then a month later, Sicko Mode, and you're like,
Sicko Mode comes out, and people are like, and what was crazy was, and we didn't know at the time, you and I didn't know. All we said was, you're going to come out. All you do is release certified bangers. The best thing you do, don't even look at it. Keep on moving. We had no idea. And that's exactly what happened. Banger after banger after banger after banger. It don't matter. Like, love or hate the dude.
And the annoying part,
Money machine.
And no, like, if you still hating on Drake, you an idiot. Like, you just respect the business side.
Go nitpick by yourself in the corner.
That's the thing I say at the end of the day. Bro, you could hate him all you want. Respect the man's business and hustle because he's a genius. I don't know if it's him or the team around him or whatever, but dude, like, he's on this insane run, and like, there's no stopping him. Because, I mean, I could get into it, but whatever. But finishing up with the Kanye
stuff.
With the
whack.
You beats whack. Yeah, fade.
And the best
whack.
thing about it, you me, the way he doesn't like to smile. Whack.
And then the thing that's so stupid about what Kanye was going at Drake at was like, yo, like, why are you using Travis Scott's tracks to come at me? Bruh, you produced Pusha T's tracks that
literally
he came at Drake at. You the one that started it. You over here pointing at yourself in the... we're not gonna get into it, but
It's almost like Kanye learned absolutely nothing during the time when he came up.
yeah,
There's a reason why in the early 2000s you didn't come at Eminem.
nah,
There was a reason why in the 90s you didn't come at Jay-Z.
mm-mm.
There's a reason why in the mid 2000s nobody came at you, Kanye West. So why? And well, I know why. And all you have to do to hide the fact that you're insecure is don't say anything. And he managed to take the two most successful artists of the year and say something, and you're just like, oh my god. All right, well, moving on.
Yeah. So
You brought this upon yourself.
yeah, so Kanye, that was just the most recent, but like his top moments was just all of June, July, whatever. Just him kind of resurfacing, him going off about slavery was a choice, all that
Right.
garbage, all that stuff with TMZ. And then part of it, like the most annoying part was, and everyone snuffed it out quickly. It was just he would pop off when he had an album coming or something
Right.
like that, and so.
Oh yeah,
And,
people figured that out fast.
yeah, yeah, and so it was just at that point it lost traction. He ended up at the White House at some point meeting with Trump, which just, I mean, yeah, we're gonna keep it moving.
Okay.
All right, next one. And I saw this as I was reading through some of like the stuff that happened, but I forgot the fake ballistic missile in Hawaii when they got the alert.
Bruh, yes.
That was such a like it happened and everyone reacted, but kind of like there's just always something going on, so people moved up back. But like I
Right.
was like, bro, that happened, and like
we just
I don't know
float
how
on past this
I'm
like it
assuming,
didn't happen.
yeah, I'm assuming they freaked out in Hawaii, but I know damn well if I had gotten that text, oh, it'd have been a wrap. I'd have lost my shit. I would have.
Well, the first, and I've had one similar thing happen before where you're like, you'd start thinking about next steps,
Yeah.
like legit, what you gonna do. So I'm reading through
Bro,
Twitter. That's how I found out was through
So
Twitter.
legit. Quick story. So I
That is
was.
scary.
I think it was yesterday. I was at this theater, it's like this performing arts center or whatever. I kind of do like some side work there, but so I was there. I was bartending, and so it was just me and this girl. We're there. We're kind of working, and there's this guy who's in the lobby, kind of waiting for the show to start or letting them open the doors to let people in.
Right.
And so the whole time, dude's just got like a weird feel about him. He's kind of like just got this nervous look on him, and he keeps looking around. At one point, he lays down on the couch, and he's just looking up at the ceiling, like in deep thought and stuff like that.
No, bro.
Yeah, and so he gets up, keeps walking around and stuff,
no.
and so finally he comes up to us, and he's just like, hey, I just want to make sure, like, do you guys see that package there? Like, is it supposed to be over there? And at first, me and the girl were both like, yeah, it's supposed to be there or whatever. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he walked away. And then we both kind of stared at each other, and we were like, yo, that was hella weird.
Mm-hmm.
And like at that point, we both became paranoid. And so from there, and because the dude kept doing just weird, jittery, like shoot up the place type of stuff, where he's just walking around, pacing, looking around nervously and stuff.
Sir?
And so from there, I'm just like,
You're making me nervous.
bro, I'm just trying to go home. I get off at 9, dog. I ain't even supposed to be here. I just picked up a shift to make a little extra money, get money back from this cruise, because I'm just trying. Like, bro, why today? Why today? Why you got to come in here and mess with my... And, like, luckily nothing happened and stuff like that, but I was just like, good Lord, not... Why? And I understand, because... It's not a ridiculous thing to ask if there's like a random package sitting like in a lobby or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Like it's not the most craziest thing, but it was just his whole vibe did not help the situation.
Bruh. Could you imagine getting a notification?
Oh. Hell no.
Like there were literally people like the internet was messed up because people were calling out to their like family members and stuff.
Oh yeah, thinking it's over.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Love you.
Yeah.
You know,
Might
all
not
this
see you
stuff.
ever again.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So, the other thing I forgot was a moment, the Tide Pod Challenge. We're just gonna leave it simply with y'all some dummies out there, man. Y'all some dummies. And
That was this year?
Yes. Yeah.
I blame Florida.
I think we could trace most of the stupid crap that happens back to Florida.
And bath salts.
Yeah. God. And that's just... And the Tide Pod Challenge is just really the epitome of this whole going viral movement. Which is like... You see it in all aspects, whether it's dance challenges or just little pranks and stuff like that. This was just in those category of like, yo, someone did this. Oh, everyone's getting attention for it. And it was just sad because there was like several people that died from it. But it's just like, y'all really out here risking your lives to get some likes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And that's like one of the things I've struggled with social media. Especially like, because Instagram, I hardly post on Instagram. I'll probably post like 3 or 4 pictures a year.
Right.
On Instagram. And because Instagram's the worst of it, because Instagram you're posting, you're just feeding for the likes.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what drives it. Because I remember early on when I had Instagram, it was always something like you kept up with and stuff like that. And like that's something like, how many likes and stuff. But it's just kind of the epitome of all that's going on with it. And yeah, Tide Pod Challenge came out of all that. God. So this is the other one. The Barbecue Becky, Permit Patty, and Pool Patrol Paula. I don't remember the Pool Patrol Paula, but I remember the other two. But this, if you don't know what any of those names are, if it doesn't ring a bell, it's basically white women tripping about black people for the dumbest shit.
Trying to live their lives.
That's it. What was Barbecue Betty?
Barbecue Becky, and it was great. The best part is it happened in the best possible city for it to happen to you. When I say best, I don't mean best for her, best for us as consumers.
Yep.
Because she was in Oakland at Lake Merritt.
Yeah.
And there were some people having a barbecue who, in her defense, were having a barbecue on the wrong side of the lake. You weren't supposed to have it on the wrong side. But instead of going, hey, y'all look like y'all are having fun. I don't want y'all to get in trouble. Just want to let you know, if PD comes through, they will fine you. And then you walk away. Instead of doing that, she calls the police. And the entire Bay Area had her head on a platter. And then the entire country. Bruh, she's got one of the best gifs of 2018, bro.
Oh,
they got her all over the internet.
Phone? Yeah.
Yes, with the sunglasses.
She became a meme
with the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then I think Permit Patty was the little black girl that was selling lemonade.
New York? I forget where that was.
No, I think that was San Francisco also.
Oh my gosh.
I think that was California also.
Mm-hmm.
Where she was like selling she was selling lemonade on the sidewalk. Yep. And old white lady called Popo on her, talking about you need some permit or stuff like that. Because the black girl was just trying to raise money to go to Disney. I think that's what it was. And bro, for real. And I forgot someone was saying stuff, but like, yo, black people, we need to start popping off the same way. Where I see little Tommy walking along the street, calling the popo on your ass.
Listen, you're supposed to walk on the other side. And what's great about Permit Patty was, it came to find out the reason why she was so mad was because she's a vendor. And she had already gotten fined for selling stuff where you weren't supposed to. So she was just
petty.
Snitching out of petty.
Yeah. But snitching on a 5-6-year-old.
Oh,
you know how.
Yeah. Pass. Get out of here.
Get out of here with that garbage.
Get out of here. And then Pool Patrol Paula insisting that the brown-skinned kids that were swimming in the pool did not live in an apartment complex. But, y'all just doing the most.
Yeah.
Doing the absolute most. Oh, man. But social media did its job.
Oh,
That's one of the examples where social media...
Social media...
No punishment. There was no legal punishment needed.
Nah, social media just kicked in when it was time.
Twitter did its thing.
And did their thing.
Yeah.
So those are the top moments I had, and we probably had. But did you have any?
Yeah,
that
I
didn't
got a
state?
few, but I'm not really talking about them that much. They just kind of stood out to me. Low key, Canada legalized, and like as a whole, legalized recreational
Oh yeah,
marijuana,
they did.
and everybody changed their vacation plans this summer. It was great. Um, yeah. So This Is America was one. We had two in common. We had This Is America and the Cap stuff in
Yeah.
common. Those are two really kind of like, especially with like Cap. That junk sparks. So like we didn't even talk about the shoe burning
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all
Like
that
people.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like
You know how
that,
dumb
like
you
that,
gotta be.
You
And this goes with anything. This is even like I hate LeBron. I absolutely hate LeBron. Still, like even with him being on the Lakers, I'm still not fond of him. I
Right.
still feel some type of way. But and like when he left from Cleveland to Miami, and that whole thing happened with the TV show and all that, and
Yeah.
like how Cleveland reacted,
Mhm.
and like, bro, the idea of burning something you paid hundreds of dollars for as a way to get back to someone has to be one of the most idiotic just thoughts ever. Even with like burning a flag or anything like you're gonna go out of your way, spend your money, destroy that thing, just essentially burn your money just to make a point. All right,
Because I'm passionate.
all right,
Okay.
good for you, dude. You
All
got
right.
it. You nailed it.
Yes.
You got
Great.
them. Sick burn.
Yeah. Sick burn.
Ooh.
Sick burn.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
Sick
like,
burn.
man, this is one of those times where I wish I would have gotten like, cause you know the dudes at Nike headquarters were just rolling. They probably had all the videos on loop, like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
dude really
Look
out
at
here
this
burning.
dude. Look at this dude. Look at this dude
Just throwing
burning his
money
Air
around.
Monarchs, bro.
Throwing money around.
We
Yep.
want you to burn those.
Yeah, burn the Monarchs.
We want you to burn those.
You're gonna be sad when we don't make any more.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's okay. You're gonna be back.
Yeah. So that was a big one for me. What's funny is you bring up LeBron. I have LA Bron on my list as a big moment from this year.
Oh,
I
God,
really
yeah.
do. I really do.
Yeah, that was.
Oh my gosh. You talk about a divisive moment as far as sports fans goes. And what's crazy is, and this is the time of the year that I would never wish on anybody. And this is where I feel bad for Lakers fans. And I thought about you the other day and really today because the past 24 hours is really when it's been happening.
They're trying to kill me.
Is obviously somebody asked LeBron about Anthony Davis. He responds like that would be amazing, yada yada yada. But 31 games in the season and he's already making passive aggressive comments about his teammates, bro.
Yes.
And like all the Warriors fans who obviously, and again, if you want to know how Warriors fans are related, we've literally been to the finals with this dude 4 years in a row. So if you want to know if there is a organization, not Cleveland, that knows LeBron well, is Warriors fans. And all I see is retweets of people going, "Oh, who could have predicted this?" Or, "Oh my gosh, never could have guessed." It's already happening.
You dumb.
And I've heard Brandon Ingram's probably gonna be the first to go. And the whole thing I'm thinking is like, for y'all to be spending $25 million on 38-year-old LeBron, like 38-year-old
Yeah.
LeBron, and you gonna look around and who you got on your team? Kuzma gonna be the only one left.
Yeah. Nah.
Maybe Lonzo, and that's it. LA Bron.
For some top work, you know.
Yeah.
Fine, bro. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Shoot, bro. That and you'd already brought up Wakanda Forever and
Yeah.
Black Panther. That was also a big one as well. Yeah. Now that's, bro. We covered a stupid ton of it, and we didn't even really, outside of February, we didn't even really talk about like, we lost him. We lost him. He's down.
Oh. Leg cramp. Oh my god. Oh.
We're gonna submit video alongside the pod this week, guys.
Oh my god.
Bro, what is
You ever get just
No, not sitting in a chair.
oh
Well, take it back. That's happened to me sitting in a chair before.
yes.
Oh,
I apologize.
We're gonna have to edit a lot of that out.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
I'm gonna just keep it in there.
2018, guys.
Ow.
Posted it.
It's the epitome of 2018. Everything's going fine, and then
Yeah.
you just
Somebody
random.
dies.
Ow.
Somebody passes away, or you get a
Yep.
cramp.
But well, we got a couple more lists. At least I do. On the next one, I was gonna do saddest moments of
Oh, bro.
2018 because Lord knows
Ugh.
2018 had its sad moments. So the first one, and I forgot it was this year because just so much happened. But the Stone Douglas high school shooting,
Jeez, dude. Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
kind of the aftermath of that, and that's also goes in the top moments. Also, in the, just seeing how like those kids rallied after all that, but also just the saddest moments of it is just one, the fact that like in 2018 we're still having to deal with school shootings and like school shootings to this mass where it's like dude coming in with assault rifles and shooting up a school and just something like that happening and not even like giving parents, families, friends a second to mourn. And the conversation immediately just goes to, well, you know what? All our teachers should have guns or stuff like that. Or it just goes into gun discussion and just like, it doesn't matter what side of that you fall on or whatever. But like, just like, there's been so many shootings this year.
Yeah.
And like, it's
that basically
was the
rounds
Vegas
out
shooting
my
this
list.
year? The Vegas, no,
I
it was
just looked it up. It was October.
last
felt,
year.
Yeah, it
Last
felt
year?
like
Okay,
it felt
yeah.
like it was this year. That's why
Yeah.
that was the first one I looked up.
Yeah, but there was the one in California bar. There was
the
that
Valencia
shooting there.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just so many shootings that happen, and yeah, it's just this whole gun rights issues and stuff like that. And you can feel however type of way about it, like, well, maybe equip these people and stuff like that. But either way, there's a problem, and there's just something that needs to be done with it. And kind of going in that, I also had the synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh. I mean, that just
Yeah.
goes on the like a couple years ago when that black church got shot up, and
Yeah.
part of it is just always like the sad part is how you see the victims get treated. If the victims don't take themselves out, like they're over here getting escorted out after like it happens and stuff like that. But say it's a black man shooting, man. Like I'll be that dude. It's like black man shooting. He's not walking out of there.
No.
He's not walking out of there. He's dead. And like
No.
it's just even how we treat these dudes. Like it's just
Or
absurd.
you
You
even
had
if he
legit
did, like, what's
with
crazy?
with the Stone Douglas shooting, you had people that were sending support letters to the shooter. They were sending money to his house, his
Yeah.
family, and stuff like that.
Yep.
All because they believe in gun rights. Like, you know how sick you gotta
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
to send someone support who just killed multiple double-digit number
Right.
people.
Right, and that's what's been
Just
so
to make a point or,
interesting
like-
about watching things happen around the release of Black Klansman,
Yeah.
because it's crazy how insightful but also like prophetic that movie was. In we're gonna give you a movie that takes place in the 70s, but you're gonna feel really, really, really awkward about the fact that it's going on right now,
Mm-hmm.
with that type of stuff.
Yep.
And the people that were like sending support, that was one of the things that reminded me of that, of just like, because on the line in the movie, there's no way we would elect somebody
Yeah,
to fight
this-
like that.
Yeah.
right.
Like, this can't be for real.
Where we,
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's a big one.
And then the other one, I know this one affected me a lot, was just Mac Miller's death.
Mm-hmm.
That one hurt a lot. And even
Yeah.
I'll throw Extentacion's death in there. You can feel some way about him and like his abuse issues and all like the cases he had and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But nobody should have to like die sitting in their car about to pull out of a parking lot and getting shot in their car, robbed and stuff like that.
Yeah, the reality
And-
is, dude's gone.
yeah,
And that's
dude's
what
gone.
anything too.
My
Like,
mom lost a child in the most gruesome way possible, and I just think it puts this whole like, especially with the hip hop culture, like the hip hop culture, we talk about it all the time, where the hip hop culture, it's crazy. This whole Me Too movement hasn't caught up to it, and just like
Oh,
this
yeah.
movement in general, but like like all these dudes talk their talk, and I'm not saying about it with XXXTentacion. Like that one was just legit. They were
They
gonna
just
rob the
rolled up.
dude,
Yeah, they
yeah,
just
and they just
yeah.
rolled up on him and crazy stuff happened. But it's just that culture of like, yo, like a lot of these cats come out here talking, popping off about stuff, but it's just like you never know like who's gonna come and get you and stuff like that, and like who's listening and what might end up happening to you.
Right.
But so yeah, no, Mac Miller's death. Like I said, Mac Miller was my first concert ever. He was just like seeing his evolution over music, how he's grown with music and stuff. And it was just a lot of dudes of my age that like that was the one that for us hurt a lot, like of celebrity death of like
Yeah.
probably in our lifetime. I think that one was the one that like
Well,
just had the most
he kind
impact.
of grew up with us.
Yes,
In a way.
exactly.
That
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
that was one of those ones that I think is kind of like he was. Most of the people who we consume, like their product we consume, are at least 10 years older than us. With Mac, it was like it felt like a peer
Mhm.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
man, those are so the Mac one I had, the Stone Douglas one I had, and what's crazy is I have Vegas on there and I had to double check, and that was October. It's crazy. It's already been more than a year.
Yeah.
So crazy because it in so many ways it feels so fresh. Obviously I believe Valencia, and then one thing that I put down too was and what's cool. What's cool about this one is that it was just time, and I had outside of the ones that we talked about, I had put Stan Lee, and like 'cause Stan,
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
crazy about Stan, like number one, dude was super old. Super old.
95, right?
He's just old. I don't
93,
even know,
95.
bro.
Yeah,
He's old.
he
So
lived his life.
so when I say cool, like it's nice to lose somebody and it feel
You're okay with it.
like they're the right,
Yeah,
like
it
dude
was
was on the planet for
yeah.
so freaking long.
Yeah.
But then I got to thinking about like, 'cause the thing with Marvel is just crazy, is how much came out of his brain.
Oh yeah.
So much of how the characters are being handled, especially in the past 20 years, bro doesn't touch that stuff. He'll be like, okay, he'll go, okay, I approve that, I approve that, I approve that, I approve that. But he doesn't really drive the direction of how these characters are built.
Mm-mm.
But the creation of the characters, it is insane
Oh yeah.
to look at
It's
him,
phenomenal.
Jack Kirby, really those two guys, at how many characters they actually created, like came up with. And I realized, holy mess, dude was responsible for a huge ton of my childhood, like a huge chunk of my childhood. So that one was sad. And talking about a legacy, that dude's gonna leave a legacy that's probably not gonna die down for another 100 years. So like
No,
it's
not at all.
it's just nuts.
Not
It's
at all.
absolutely crazy to have started in the 60s, and what's crazy is we're in 2018 now. We're talking about 60 years, and the movie portion of Marvel is at its peak. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Is we're 60 years in, reaching the peak. So, yeah, that's
And
That's
it's
what I
killing
got.
it in all like this Spider-Man in the first. It's an animated, and
Yeah.
it's already like people are saying it's one of the best movies of 2018. That's just
Right.
absurd.
right.
That's absurd. He's had 3 movies between that, Black Panther, and Infinity Wars that people consider in the top movies of 2018. So
Right.
that's just cool. Yeah, that's one of those definitely bittersweet, but it's just like no, he lived a good life. Like he went out the best way possible. So, and then my last saddest moments is just the state of America.
America's
I
a whole.
don't think we need to get too much into it. You can just look around.
Hey, I'll tell you what though, there is a Muslim and a Native American woman in Congress right now.
That is true. That is true. And yeah, that's also in the same where like saddest moments, but top moments also. I think this recent voting period showed like that was huge because
Oh, yeah.
it was like the most turnout in history all across the
Mhm.
board and stuff,
Yeah.
and it just shows that people are paying attention and people are seeing what's going on, and it's like our generation because it was like most young voters ever and stuff like that. And so it's cool.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
our generation's paying attention, stuff like that, and like we're making up for the mistakes of the older folks that brought Trump into the office. And like, hey, we play a big part in changing how like 2020 goes, and so that was cool in itself. But yeah, state of America. All right, the last one we're gonna be doing is things to leave in 2018. Trump is the first on my list. We can't
We gotta
quite
find
leave
out
him in
how to-
2018.
Can we though?
Can we leave his Twitter in 2018?
That would
I
be
think
great. That would
just
be
leave
great.
his
if we're
Twitter.
if we're gonna take something small
yeah,
away.
yeah. Kavanaugh, Brett,
Yeah, Brett.
that tool.
That was actually one of the honorable mentions on like moments was that hearing.
Yeah, that hearing.
Mhm.
Just that guy. Just
Yeah.
leave all that in 2018. Like
Yeah.
it's over, but still, just
I do feel like politics would rule a list of things we can leave in
Yep.
2018.
Yep. White people getting away with doing white people shit, aka just. And this falls with the barbecue.
We'll clarify.
Becky
We'll clarify. Getting away with stuff that tan folk
can't.
would not.
Yep.
We'll
Yeah.
just keep it at that.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it.
So, and then the last one I have is LaCroix. It's that nasty carbonated drink. Y'all got
Oh,
yeah.
LaCroix.
LaCroix. I call it LaCroix. LaCroix. La gross. La gross.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, bro. It don't taste good.
Yeah, it
You
sounds
lying.
cool. It's just nasty. It's like
Yeah.
Stella Artois.
Yeah, no, it's just a
Stella Artois.
hipster thing,
Yeah,
bro.
like,
It's
no.
like, look, we've all fallen for
no
something like that,
disrespect
where
to
you know it's
Stella
not good
Artois.
and stuff, but like it's just everyone else like doing it, and so you just kind of going with it. It's like drugs, bro. You know? I don't know.
On the one hand,
Yeah, I don't know.
LaCroix.
LaCroix.
On the other hand, crack cocaine.
Alright, maybe a little extreme of a comparison, but
Oh,
you get where I'm going
man.
at. You get where I'm going at. You
Oh
don't
my
have to do it.
gosh.
I look, say no to drugs, kid, and
For
say
real.
no to LaCroix.
For real.
LaCroix. LaCroix.
LaCroix.
La gross.
La
We'll
nasty.
leave it at that. La nasty.
It's a little nasty.
Sound like a-
Leaving it in
sound like a-
2018.
Sound like a blagger. Is La Nasty in
It's
the
a
building?
little nasty.
I'm
La Nasty.
here, and it's La Nasty, okay?
La nasty. Oh my
It's
god.
A sound at the end, not a Y. It's spelled with a Y. Are you questioning how my name is?
Oh,
said?
side thing. Real brief. You heard about Absida?
Absahuda?
Absida.
Oh, ABCD? Yes! Absida, shouty. Oh my god, that story is hilarious. That I'm glad you brought that up
bro,
because
yo,
I know, because they said it was black
Was it a
people laughing
teacher?
at him, right?
I forget
What
what it
was
was because like there were two
It was
stories.
a restaurant. It was
There
a
were-
restaurant, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. There's two stories. There's that dude who got it had nothing to do with his name. It was literally on the receipt. And it just said for name, the dude who took his order just put in ugly.
Oh yeah, we did. I remember that. I
And
remember
the mom was saying the video was the best part, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel bad. The
No, that
video, I'm
video's
watching the video
hilarious.
when he was like, I don't know, man, I just heard him laughing. And I saw the receipt and it said ugly. It was just hurtful. It was hurtful. And the mom like comes in and starts talking about it, whatever. I felt bad at the time for laughing because that was one of the funniest things I had ever seen. But I think it was a teacher with Absida. I forget. You have to look it up. But that was a totally different story because it's literally ABCD is her name.
Oh, it's so funny.
Absida, which is a
It's-
dope name. That's the thing. Absida is actually kind of a cool name, but ABCD.
Bruh, I don't know about cool name. Absida, bro. I don't give a.
It
nah.
sounds real biblical,
Absida,
like
nah.
yeah, it sounds real biblical. But the
Absida.
spelling of it, I was kind of like, look, if you're gonna give somebody a really unique name,
You better
make an
it.
attempt at phonics.
Yeah.
Make an
Nah,
attempt.
man.
Make an attempt at
I'd
phonics.
have lost my job in a heartbeat because I'd have just been on the ground rolling.
Look, okay, there we can leave that in
Rolling.
2018 unnecessarily.
A, B, C, D, your order is ready.
Misspelled names. Unnecessarily. And when I say misspelled, I mean
Oh.
misspelled because you can go on and talk about, oh, I named my kid. Like, that's my right. First of all, you got to think about your child's rights
Yeah.
in your child's life.
You want if
When
you
that
don't-
child
if you
gets
don't want
to
your kids-
6 and realizes it
Yeah.
has a stupid name, that's on you, parent. That's on you.
It's all on you. Your kid's gonna be bullied 20 years from now.
And if you
because
give them a
you're
unique
punk.
name, spell it. Because ABCD, ABCD's got to be the laziest thing I've ever heard of in my
Yep.
life. We're going to give our kid a unique name, and then we're just not even going to bother. Spell it.
And it's okay to go lazy. It's okay to go Michael. It's okay to go Ben. Just play it safe, man. Rather be safe than sorry. Come on.
Look, Ben, B-E-N-N-E.
Benny.
Ben.
Benji.
Super
B-E-N-J-I.
French.
Something. Take a simple one. Throw a couple letters at the end, maybe. Oh, God. If it's... just
Stop
just
doing
don't
that
do it.
stuff to your kids.
Just stop doing
Stop.
it. So, and then I was gonna do favorite stop white people moments of 2018, but I think we've highlighted some of it already.
Yeah.
It's just white people
Uh-huh.
doing shit. Tan people can't get away with it.
Right.
And a lot of it.
Oh,
Y'all using gold in food. Come on now.
yes.
We had several of that. Gold
$100
burger,
ice cream.
gold wings and stuff like
the
that.
gold burger?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was the
man.
bun. It was the bun
Mhm.
made out of what?
I
That's
don't-
not healthy.
no,
I don't care who you are,
no,
bro.
No.
That's not healthy.
No.
What else we got? Stop white people 2018.
No, the
Let's-
finesse stories got me, man.
Ooh,
Y'all remember
finesse
the Indian
stories.
dudes that were trying to sell, was it a spacesuit?
Spacesuit, bro. That photo was so funny. Oh, speaking of Indian dudes, have you heard the story of this Indian dude? He's like in the Indian soccer league, and bruh became the youngest person to score a goal in the league at 16 years old. And then they came to find out, dude's 28 years old. And the photo of him is hilarious. If you haven't already, go look this story up because the story's funny, but you don't get to fully appreciate it up until you see the photo because my God, this dude just, it's so good. Let me, if I can get Twitter going real quick. Oh, I went way too back. Let's see. But legit, so funny. But yeah, we had some great. Oh, here we go. Here's the photo.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'll describe the photo for y'all listeners over here. Bruh's got a blonde hair. So they're like, if you look from his eyes up, you're like, okay, yeah, that's a 16-year-old. But the rest of his face, bruh got a long mustache shooting down the side of his face. His face is all scruffed up with beard and stuff. Like, nah. And apparently, like, this ain't the first time he's tried this, which is just so funny. What?
You're getting to it. You're getting to it now.
Are you reading the story?
It was later found out that he served multiple bans for possessing fraudulent age certificates in order to participate in junior level tournaments.
Oh my gosh. Bruh's committed to the cause.
That's like AAU.
Like, I like soccer. I love sports. But, bro, I tried that once and it fails. All right, it's a wrap.
Bruh,
It's a
that's
wrap.
like them cats at AAU. You walk in the gym, you're like,
What's your name? Jaquarius.
Jaquarius.
How old are you?
I'm a
12.
junior
12.
at the local community
Jaquarius, did you drive yourself here? No.
college.
Why do you have car keys? I just seen you drive. I seen you get out of that
How about
car.
that Escalade? Just
Yeah. Are you lying to me? No, I'm 12. Okay, all right. That's all I need to hear, son.
Right.
God.
Oh my gosh. Multiple bans
Multiple.
for multiple fraudulent age certificates.
And the thing with this one, like, he only got banned for 6 months. So what? Y'all just gonna let Buddy come back again? Bet. And watch. Y'all gonna fall for it again. You just gave him 6 months to think of his next scheme. How he gonna do it now? All right, the blonde hair ain't work. All right, let me see. Maybe go bald. Maybe go with the little hipster fade. Shave the side, pull it back, top. I don't know. But, man, 2018 has been quite the year. We went through the good, the bad, the ugly, and the forgettable.
And we probably
and
missed
memorable.
a lot.
And we missed a lot.
It's okay.
Whole lot. But it's okay.
2019 is coming, man.
I think we got most of the important stuff.
We really did.
And if we... Sorry. Like, yo, there's just a lot to talk about.
Right.
And I'm hungry, so I'm trying to go eat and stuff like that. But if there's anything we missed, or if you got your own list, go ahead, make your own list. Shoot it to us, tweet us, let us know, holla at us. We want to hear. We can compare and stuff, and all the lists are subjective. It's not based off what critics and stuff like that. It's off how you feel about it.
We want to see it.
Yeah. So we want to hear it. We can compare it. And if there's some stuff we missed, some albums, projects, we should check out. Like, as we were going through this list, like we were talking about, like Quiet Place, Sorry to Bother You, all these shows movies and stuff we still want to watch. Sorry to Bother You is another one I gotta watch.
Your boy gotta watch Snowfall, both seasons.
Yep. So
it's crazy.
But 2018, it's been quite the year. I mean, I don't even know how to summarize 2018. It's so much happened, and I think especially like for both of us, yours was 2017 was more for you transitions, but like for me, especially just transitioning out of work into new, and like a lot changed this year, and so 2018's been just a lot of transitions and still trying to figure out some stuff and kind of like just direction of what's next. But it's been cool. I think it was a lot of closed doors that need to be closed, and there's probably some more that need to, but I think 2018 definitely overall was a good one. It had like, I don't know. 2018 it's a bittersweet one. 2018 is like a 50-50 because it had its good moments, but at the same time, like, it also had its pretty crappy moments.
2018, if I had like pick a lesson, 2018 forced me to be a friend because easy to do when everybody's close by. Or easier. I wouldn't say easy. Easier to do. And it forced me to kind of like grow up in the way that I am a friend. Because like we got mad people that are all over the country now.
Yeah, that's so true.
So, but it has been bittersweet. I think is a very accurate term for the past year and a half. So, but I'm looking forward to 2019. I don't know what 2019 has in store, bro. Season 1. Of the Culture Discourse podcast.
We'll come at you second, third week of January. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But season 2, that's what I mean. Season 1, first year. Officially in the books. It's been a great one. And we're actually going to get guests on next year, I promise. We've just got caught up with the end of the year.
Yeah,
it's
man.
been crazy. Back and forth, trying to manage a lot of stuff, but we're going to make it happen. It's going to be dope. Hopefully we can grow this some more.
Oh, yeah.
Culture Discourse Podcast. This is the last time you're hearing it from us in 2018.
Oh, yeah.
It's been real. 2019, looking forward to it. We outie.
Peace.